I never knew Monstera plants produce fruit until I found the fruit that it produces, and this is that fruit. It's edible, but there are actually some unpleasant consequences that can happen if you eat the fruit unripe. I knew I needed to cut it open and taste it for the first time, and try planting it to see if I could grow fruit from my own Monstera plant indoors. Now, this fruit is actually considered a delicacy in many places, and the reason why Monstera is called deliciosa is in reference to this tasty edible fruit right here that the plant produces. You know that it's edible after the little green hexagonal scales start to fall off and it starts to smell really good. Once the green scales start to lift and break open really easily, you reveal a creamy white flesh that you can eat. Unfortunately, this one is not quite so ripe yet, and remember those consequences I was talking about earlier if you try eating the fruit unripe? Well, that's because the fruit contains little needle-like structures that can irritate your mouth and throat. Those little needles are called calcium oxalate crystals, and it can actually create a burning sensation in your mouth that can be really itchy. So this is probably the most dangerous fruit that I've ever tried. But when it's ripe, the fruit is considered edible and safe for humans, and it tastes like a combination between a banana and a pineapple. And it smells like a passion fruit and a strawberry. And it's the most wacky fruit that I've ever seen in my life. You're probably also wondering why I'm ripping it apart while it's still unripe. Well, I put it in a cup to let it ripen a little bit more, but I found this fruit in the States and I live in Canada, so I knew I wasn't gonna be able to let it ripen fast enough before my journey back to Canada. So I unfortunately had to say goodbye to my fruit salad plant and hello to just my Monstera plant. But then when I got home, I was so intrigued by that fruit that I got an idea. I had this Monstera cutting that I got from a friend, and I thought to myself, I wonder what would happen if I spent a few years growing this into a mama plant and then try pollinating it indoors and making it produce fruit. After all, I just wanted to see if I could grow my own fruit from my own Monstera plant, and in Canada too. So my new journey began, and 2 years never passed me by so quickly. My baby seedling grew into this plant. Slowly but surely, it kept shooting out new leaves. I even time-lapsed a few to show you how the leaves dance and grow in real time. I kept repotting it when it outgrew its pot, and soon, the plant looked like this 2 years later. I never even knew Monstera plants could shoot out leaves without holes, but that was something I figured out along the way as I grew my own from a small seedling. And the leaves, they can't make more holes because the holes are already formed since the plant starts growing shoots. But